Captain and a baby.
Squeeze in there, lads.
Captain, join.
One more, lads.
Come on, man! Thanks a lot, guys.
Come on, thanks.
Mike, have you watched, no?
Hello? Hello, Liam, how are you? Yeah.
Have you watched, no?
Yeah.
Finn Bell, have a watch.
We have never covered in the past before. St. James's from the Artfield Rathbarry area in West Cork, and Lough Rovers from the Barrack Street area of Cork City, to be quite precise about it. Number 5 Lough Road is their new address. Lough Rovers, who possess 2 pitches out the straight road, 11.5 acres of ground. They come here tonight on the back of their great win last week in the county semi-final against Killavullen. St. James is a team when hurling was introduced there, they tell me, about 20 years ago by a most famous padre father, Seamus Murphy, and I'm sure that he is looking down from yonder for this particular match as it gets underway. The Junior B Evening Echo hurling final. The ball first to St. James, a lovely puck inside by Conor Hegarty. Hegarty drop it inside. Hagood, he's affectionately known as going back to clear it out. Lough Rovers centre back Liam O'Donovan, a very, very good underage club player with Cummins Baranefa. But a catch in the middle by Paul O'Sullivan. He's from St. James's, plays it down the wing over there, whereas won by Michael McCarthy, one of the 3 McCarthy brothers from British on this particular St. James's side. And certainly one thing about St. James is that in all our times covering matches, and that has been quite a while, we've never been presented with so much information in such a professional manner by any club around the place, and just shows you a small club appreciating their bit of if you like, appearance here in this county final. What a lovely drop inside by the Lough Rovers men. Is dropping about 20 metres out from the goal, and is picked up and flicked out the field. Good clearance out by St. James. Is only into the waiting hands of the midfielder from Lough Rovers. He drops it in around the goal area. It's still in the danger area as the St. James defence try to clear it out the field. The referee spotted an infringement. He holds up the play for a moment because an injury to one of the St. James's players down there, Peter Downey from Inniscarra. He's the Raytor in charge of this particular game. Lough Rovers in goal. We've got the 45-year-old Don Rice. The full back line, Damien Murphy, Jason Keegan and Davy Hurricane. The half back line is Robert Fuller, Liam O'Donoghue, who's the team captain, and his brother Ross wears the number 7 jerseys. The middle of the park is Mark Murphy and Aidan Murray. The half forward line, Mark Long, Pat Murphy and Andrew Keegan. The full forward line, Rory O'Connor, Jonathan O'Byrne and Edward O'Byrne. Indeed, Murphy at number 11 and Byrne at full forward are selectors on this team, and they're joined tonight by Mick Keating, Barry O'Driscoll as the 2 guiding lights on the sideline. 2 men playing wing, centre forward and full forward, guiding the fortunes of Lough Rovers from Cork City, who had a big win over, as I said, Killavullen last week in the City Championship. They beat Shandon Rovers and Ballinure, a club that were formed all of, since 1938, and in the 30s, they tell me they had more people on Cork minor teams than any team around the place. As we watch St. James here trying to set up attack, but there's a right good hurler here in centre half back, Liam O'Donovan, and O'Donovan lashes it up the field. He's a brother playing outside him, has gone out over the line there, and it gives us an opportunity to give you the St. James's team from the Artfield Rathbarry area. In goal we've got Diarmuid O'Donovan. Full back line, Dennis Fitzpatrick, Finbar McCarthy and Sean McCarthy. The half back line, Mark O'Brien, Paul O'Sullivan and Shane O'Driscoll. The middle of the park, we've wearing number 8, Kevin O'Brien. His partner is Seamus McCarthy. The half forward line, number 10, Michael McCarthy, one of the 3 McCarthy brothers from British on the starting 15. Damien Dooley, a man from County Offaly, wears number 11. And Alan Tobin, the graphic designer, singer and songwriter, wears the number 12 jersey. The full forward line, Conor Hegarty, Kieran O'Donovan, the Scolara, and 17-year-old Leavings student in Clonakilty Community College, Ian Evans, wears the number 15 jersey. We're watching a free in the middle of the park. I'd imagine that Liam O'Donovan is going to be caught to take this one, a free to the men of Lough Rovers. It struck and struck well. It's going to be dropping about 20 metres out from the Artfield goal. Can Artfield clean their lines? They've got it in the person, their centre back, who seems to have been fouled, and the free will be out to them for that little infringement. The referee calling Mark Long across here, having a little word with him as early on in this game to make sure that he keeps a close eye on all the proceedings. The free to be taken by the goalkeeper, Diarmuid O'Donovan. O'Donovan getting ready to clear this from just outside his 20-metre line. I'll be going to Kieran O'Driscoll, who's our match analyst this afternoon, or this evening. He'll be bringing us the story. As Artfield under the attack here, trying to get the sliotar inside, but it's cleared out by O'Donovan to the far side of the field. That's Ross O'Donovan, the god of Síochána, as he clears the ball up the field, but it's gone out over the line on the far side of the field. A line ball, I would imagine, is it still in play there by Artfield, and cleared off over there by the one of the Lough Rovers men. He goes out of sight at the moment, gets slither up, but unfortunately it had tailed out over the sideline in the far side of the field on the 45-metre line, 45 metres out from the Lough Rovers goal, and we'll wait and see who will be called across from Arfield to take this particular cut. The team coaches, Sean McCarthy, he's also selected. He's joined by John O'Donovan and Michael Kearns, who was a Tipperary man for his sins on this particular St. James's outfit, and what a year it has been for St. James's, regardless of the result tonight, winning the Southwest Junior B Football and Hurling Championship, winning a double, a club in the ascendancy. We watched the 45, we've yet to get a score, 5 minutes gone here in the entertaining first half, and the strike is across the half, the 45-metre line, but O'Donovan is out. This guy is a real star as he gets the slither up to the far side of the field and hoping for more, but there's another star above, and that star is Paul O'Sullivan. Plays a lovely ball down to Dooley, Damien Dooley, the Offaly man, dropping it. It's about 20 metres out from the Lough Rovers goal, but gonna cut it out is Damien Murphy, and Murphy goes in a little bit of a solo run and then clears it out, but is intercepted back again, where it's won by Sean McCarthy, and Sean McCarthy strikes it for the first wide, I think, from a Lough Rovers perspective, and it gives me an opportunity to talk to Kieran O'Driscoll, and certainly a unique and pair here tonight, and certainly has been a great success, the introduction of the Junior B Hurling Championship.
Yes, it has, Paddy, and this is a very unique occasion because I said you have the city versus the country here. You have the an old tradition there with Lough Rovers. Like, they've won numerous senior county football championships. I'm sure very few in the county know that, and it's great to see them in a county final. Then it's great to see a rural club like, this is an opportunity for.
And an opportunity here for Arfield, and where does it go? Is it eventually into the back of the net? It's not. It's held out by Titanic defending down there, and certainly the 45-year-old cool baller that is Don Rice, I should say, and he eventually got himself behind that. Kieran, you were talking about the setup, but we nearly had the opening score.
We need the opening score, and Don Rice made a great save there, and Finbar McCarthy has told me that he has played with him in the past, or was it against him? I'm not too sure. Against him, he says. But a great opportunity for Kieran O'Donovan, and nearly got the ball into the back of the net. Very impressed with Liam O'Donovan, centre back for Lough Rovers. The centre back Paul O'Sullivan, and their two midfielders are playing very well also for St. James's.
And we noticed that the midfielder there, Aidan Murray, Cork City under 21 soccer player, going to be offered a full-time contract by one of the most popular men in Cork City this weekend. That's Damien Richardson. He will be offering Murray a contract, but I'm sure that Murray's most important thing, first of all, is to win a Junior B Hurling Championship medal with his beloved Lough Rovers, free to be taken by the man wearing number 15, Edward O'Byrne. His brother plays at 14. Edward O'Byrne about to strike this one between 45 and 65. We are still awaiting the first score in this particular match, but a good entertainment, a lovely strike as it gone over the bar. We wait and see for indication, and unfortunately the man with the gloves up there indicates there's been a wide ball. It was well struck, it was good in the air, but just tailed outside at the latter end, and we're awaiting the first score in this one, the Evening Echo Junior B Hurling Championship, and of course we'll have the big one, the Junior A Hurling Championship final after this particular match. The puck out coming, what a drive by Damon O'Donovan, the 20-year-old, to the far side of the field there, dropping between 45 and 65 inside John in a little bit, and certainly the St. James men look really sharp and fit for this particular game, but Lough Rovers are touty and tough defenders, and last week they put up a great performance, as I said, against Killavullen, when many people thought that they had the chance in that match. Their centre half back is about to take this free, Liam O'Donovan. He has been a very good underage player with Cummins Baranefa, but the majority of all of these players have come up through the ranks in Lough Rovers, and it's a club that we don't hear an awful lot of, but these guys are putting in as much work, probably is an awful lot more, in very quiet circumstances. Out the field they go. They've been St. James, a lovely ball down, and the wing back and the centre back combining Paul O'Donovan, and O'Donovan, lovely strike as he was heading off on the opposite side, and the full forward trying to break it down. We'll wait and see, does he pick it up himself? It is Kieran O'Donovan. O'Donovan is making his way in Tyler's goal. He'd be well batted. There's a shot coming in here. The boot is in. Is it over the bar? It is for a wide ball. It came in off a corner forward. Fian Evans was the man there that booted that one over the bar. We almost have got the first score. But one thing about it, Kieran, there is no score, and often in hurling, when there is no score, you might be inclined to say that's not entertaining. It's anything but.
It's anything but, Paul. It's a very entertaining game. Both teams going for it full whack. and I think both Mitchell sets of midfielders are playing very, very well. A great opportunity there. That Kieran O'Donovan looks very, very sharp. He set up Ian Evans, and we thought he was going to score. Bad wides from both sides. I think maybe at the start, I think the referee is a bit over fussy, but the game is a fabulous game to look at so far.
The ball is given inside, but there's an opportunity here, I wonder, for the Lough Rovers men to get the opening score, and the Lough Rovers supporters cheered that. He came from wing forward. Mark Long was the man that knocked that one over the bar. The Carpenter getting that point from about, well, I suppose about 30 metres out, and certainly a lovely, lovely score to start this particular match on a most beautiful night to be alive, not a mind to be playing hurling or watching it. Here though, Lough Rovers, there's a foul being committed there on one of the Lough Rovers men, and the free will be to them. They've started the game as bright as St. James's, but they've got the only score. We are 9 minutes in here in the first half of this particular clash, and just to remind you of a game that was played this afternoon where Ayrton scored 12 points and Valley Rovers scored 1 goal and 9. I met an Ayrton man coming out of the pitch, and well, he corrected a mistake I made earlier on. He said, we're still in this championship for you, matey, as this sliotar is dropped inside. An opportunity made for Lough Rovers to get another score, but St. James's defender and their centre half back is having an absolute stormer, and that's Paul O'Sullivan giving a lovely sliotar out the field. But there's a centre half back down on this side of the field who's equally as talented, equally as good, and that's none other than Liam O'Donovan. O'Donovan is on a solo run. He strikes it off his weaker side this time. I think, will it be kept in play? It well down by the end line. Oh, good play over there by corner forward. Edward O'Byrne, can he strike it inside? He can, but there's a defender in there that's going to get it out for St. James. Is there a little bit of overhold there under? It's not. It's got out as far as well, it's about 30 metres out. Man we need over there is Pat Murphy. He's only 43, but he's growing in stature as this game goes on. He breaks it out to wing forward. The man who got a point, I thought he was down. He was, and there will be a free, and the free to be taken by Mark Long is the man that's going to take that one. But a lot of the donkey work being done by the selector Pat Murphy, a centre half forward, and he done the donkey work. He did the donkey work, was played across the half forward line. The foul was committed on Mark Long, and the free is going to be taken by Edward O'Byrne, the corner forward. It's a point and no score in favour of Lough Rovers in the early stages of this particular match. The strike is coming in and straight and through and over the bar from Edward O'Byrne, getting the second score in this particular game. The puck out to be coming from the Coolbara that's up there, and the St. James's GA club. It's in the small rural parish of Artfield and Rathbarry. That's where they're located, bordered by the bigger towns of Clonakilty and Rosscarbery. It's the first time I've ever said that Rosscarbery is a big town, but they are now. Carbery Rangers winning today against them this time in 2-10-1-7 in the first round of the quarterfinals of the Munster Intermediate Football Championship. The goals coming from Morris Moore and John Hayes in that particular game, and there's a close relationship between Rosscarbery and this particular club, St. James's, as we watch here the sliotar being cleared out. Oh, lovely clearance down the field by Shane O'Driscoll for the men from down in West Cork, but it's cleared back out again. They got it, the soccer player from Cork City. A lovely ball inside by Aidan Murray. Murray trying to get it into as far as his forwards, and the centre forward Pat Murphy's bearing down on goal. He strikes it as he was heading in the opposite direction, and it's brought down by the goalkeeper from 4 feet over the bar, and this goalkeeper is a talented ball and gets it out the field. What a whip of a sliotar from Dermot O'Donovan all the way down to the 60-45 metre line. A bit of soccer going astray, and the ball is won back by Artfield. I noticed the Artfield soccer team have sent best wishes to the Hunters of St. James's tonight. It's on the programme. The ball is in the danger area. There's a chance inside of a score here, but the big goalkeeper is out as he tries to get the sliotar. He decides to go for safety. He goes for touch, and it goes out over the sideline. It's a line ball. It will begin with a line ball. Turn them in of St. James's. The scoreboard's at 2 points to no score, and we are 12 minutes into this particular opening period here. The line ball on the, well, just a little bit out the 20-metre line as we wait and see, and I'm being told here something in a minute, but I tell you that the ball is just blaze wide. That 12 of these guys play soccer with Artfield. I was talking to Lough Rovers man, and he told me make sure not to mention the fact that 12 of those guys play soccer as well. So the puck out will be on its way. Traditions die hard. The puck out coming from the Coolbara, that is Don Rice down underneath us. A long, high one as it's dropping on the middle of the park. What a catch in the middle of the park. I'll tell you one thing, whatever about this fella's soccer style, his hurling is absolutely superb. And that's Aidan Murray dropping a huge one inside. I can see now why they put up a great performance last week. And the free in there because there's a foul being committed by one of the Lough Rovers forwards. The foul coming out, but at the middle field striking there of Aidan Murray. Kieran, I know you've been admiring it.
Yeah, he's very, very good. He's keeping them ahead. I know St. James's have 4 wides, and Paddy in the game, there's nearly close to 15 minutes gone it. But looking at it, I would say if you're a St. James listener, don't be too worried, because I would say at the moment, even though you're down 2 points to no score, I think St. James's are the better side.
Well, we wait and see for confirmation of that one, as the sliotar is down there on the far side. Is won by St. James's into their centre half back. I think the man is clearing it. What a long clearance down there. And certainly the man, as I mentioned, that's starting hurling out in that particular area of West Cork, Father Seamus O'Mother would be so proud of the crisp striking. They say that when he left the parish to go to Clodove, which by the way the bishop had wasn't really thinking when he made that move a number of years ago, that knew plenty about hurling in Clodove, whatever about the bit of religion, but when he left it, the parish was half broken. No, it didn't capture the headlines that a man leaving Manchester United got today, as we watch this free on the far side of the field to be taken by the St. James's number 11, Damien Dooley, the Offaly man. He strikes wide. They've yet to wait for that opening score in this particular match. The life president of the St. James's club is only 92 years of age, Sonny 9, and I'm told that his father was the first captain of club back in 1892. This puck out will be coming any moment now for Don Rice, but before he does that, the referee gone over there to have a word with his linesman. I'm not too sure what that was all about. Puck comes on his way. A nice strike just beyond midfield, rising over there. This time the number 9 from Artfield, Seamus McCarthy, he decides that he picks it up and he lets it inside the stop. He told Dooley in the full foul line. Can Dooley get his hand in it? Well, he can't, because he's after being grounded, but he may get up and rise like the phoenix from the ashes and get the sliotar again. Well, he's got up all right, and he's then played the sliotar out the field to a player in a better position than himself. Artfield in search of their opening score. It's going to come from centre half forward. It does come. The opening score coming from the team captain from Cúnda Ufala. Damien Dooley was the man that got that, and I was checking on his occupation. They tell me that he's a commissioning engineer, as the sliotar will be coming any moment now. And that score going over the bar, 2 points to 1 in favour of the city men from Lough Rovers, number 5 Lough Road, if you like, and the sliotar one back there, Alan Tobin giving inside on the full forward, a slick on, but what a brilliant interception by the man wearing number 2 for Lough Rovers at the second time of asking. He's trying to get it out, but St. James are in there, but not to be denied. Damien Murphy gets it out the field, and Murphy playing the sliotar across the half-back line, and it's going to be taken over there by Ross O'Donovan. O'Donovan, Nicola Shikata coming forward from 45 to 65, up as far as the under 65, and a lovely strike inside, but there was a bit of a block down. It's gone to the elder limit inside. That's by Pat Murphy, the centre half forward. Murphy drops it in, and there's a whip inside, and not cutting it to knock 5 threes. The referee copped it, and the free will be out to St. James, as the goalkeeper is coming out to take this one, David O'Donovan. But I keep saying it over and over again, Kieran, it's a most entertaining game to watch. I know scores are a premium, but it's up and down the field.
It is, Paddy, and I loved your description of that last pull, you know, because it nearly knocked a few ankles as well as the trees. But both sides, you know, are playing a lovely brand of hurling. It's a very, very clean game, and for Junior B, it's a very, very high standard, Paddy.
There's a foul here after being committed from that free. The ball came into the hands of Conor Hagerty. He was fouled, and the free will be in. So Conor Hagerty, the 24-year-old, I think it is, we'll check on his, the 24-year-old Chippy decides that he'll leave it behind, and he's going to leave it to the team captain from County Offaly to get the equalising score, his second, and St. James' second. It goes over the bar, I would imagine. Yes, it does. So it's 2 points apiece here in the Evening Echo Junior B Hurling Championship final. 17 minutes gone, and certainly such a proud people on both sides of this particular one. Lough Rovers maybe having the smaller support, but they're so committed to their team, and so too are Artfield. Driving forward, and a mighty half-back line here for St. James's, and in particular their centre half-back, but this time it's broken down, and away come Lough Rovers. It's Mark Long. Long trying to give it inside towards corner forward. The corner forward comes and gets it, and it's struck. Is it struck over the bar, I wonder? And it's struck over the bar by number 13, Rory O'Connor, sending that one over. It's 3 points to 2. All the scores have been of the highest quality, but 2 in particular from the full forward line that's in there from Lough Rovers. An absolute gem of a score to make it 3 points to 2 in the Evening Echo sponsored Junior B Hurling Championship final. Puck out just beyond midfield. Running onto it there is Seamus McCarthy. McCarthy strike it between his 45 and 65 into the full forward, and Hago gets it and strikes it. The goalkeeper has to be down and brave, and he got it out for a 65. And what a strike by, not by Hago, but by Kieran O'Donovan. He has come out, he's caused a few problems inside. He's a great hand, Kieran, catching that one and went low for it, but the goalkeeper was equal to it and took it out at the expense of a 65.
Yes, and the way he's been playing since the start of the game, Paddy, he's had 2 opportunities, and I think he's the only forward from either side, you know, that has gone for goal. He has 2 opportunities coming for him. He's gone for goal both sides, and the goalie has made 2 great saves, but I nearly bet that guy will get a goal before the end of the game.
The sliotar to the 65 to be taken by Dooley as he strikes this one, well, a little bit short. It's in towards him, the full forward again, and just checking his age, only 18 years of age. The strike is in. This is a real danger, but it's cut off over there by Davy Hurricane. Davy Hurricane is the left corner back for the Minford St. James, but only out as far as Dooley. Whether he's any relation of those guys or not, I don't know, but he can score points like them. And Damien Dooley has got 3 points now, so the sides are level once again here in this particular match. Well done to Kevin Coleman, who rode a winner in Mallow today on Pom Flyer. I'm not too sure what the odds were in that particular race, but well done to the young jockey from Inishannon. As we watch here, the sliotar being thrown to the far side of the field and over there, but it's taken back. Lough Rovers are going to strike this long and hard from Ross O'Donovan. He strikes, it's dropping about 45 metres out, and it's held up around the centre half forward line, but the man who's come out with it is Shane O'Driscoll from St. James's as he gets it out, and then he strikes it low down along the line. Can he be kept in play over there? The answer, my friends, is not on this occasion. It's going to be a line ball to Lough Rovers, and as we were telling you earlier on, they beat Shandon Rovers and Ballinoor. Their most famous past brothers, if you like, were Tony O'Donoghue, who works for RT. I've never actually heard him saying that he played for Lough Rovers. Bill O'Connell played for them as well, and I was asking a man over there, and I kind of expressed a little bit of surprise. He said, I'll give you dates, times and hours of the day if you want them. I said, I believe you, my friend. The sliotar is up the field. Oh, what a catch inside us with this man, this full forward. He strikes it good, and what a point from the full forward, Jonathan O'Byrne, the selector, getting that one. And that is all of the full forward that has scored, but 2 beautiful points, 4 points to 3. A strike, as you'll see, is good anywhere, Kieran O'Driscoll.
Yeah, that was the best point of the game so far, Paddy, and if we were praising one full forward in one side, Jonathan O'Byrne came up with the score. Kieran O'Donovan has yet to score, maybe it's early in the game, but Paddy, you were talking about Kevin Coleman, and delighted he won today, and Ballinhassig man Brian Crowley rode a 20-1 winner yesterday in Exeter.
Yeah, and you can imagine which one Kieran had backed. As we watch here, it's 4 points to 3. We'll check with Finbar McCarthy to know, has he any jockey that won a horse for him over the weekend. So well done to those 2 particular jockeys. 4 points to 3. Man behind me here telling me that he knows a little bit of information. I'll tell you that later on. He certainly has information, whether it is for public broadcast, I'm not too sure. The sliotar is in the danger area. It's in there. Can Hatfield get it out? I wonder. The ball's across the goal, and the goalkeeper, oh, this guy is real brave, and he gets it out the field, and that's a great save by Damon O'Donovan to the far side. Some fabulous athleticism by both sides, and particular on that occasion by Mark Murphy, the midfielder. And was there a little push, I wonder, on the back there? The free is going to be in to Lough Rovers, and gone out there to take it is their corner forward Edward O'Byrne, who's already found the target from a free. This one is on the sideline, 45 metres out from goal. An opportunity maybe for him to extend their slender lead of 4 points to 3 as we come to the 22nd minute of the opening half here in Parker Ring. As I said, on a beautiful, beautiful night. The sliotar will be stuck any moment now by that corner forward who's gone out. He does his little bit of a preamble before he gets ready to strike this one. It's in the air. Whether it'll come down between posts on this occasion, I'm afraid it won't from the Lough Rovers point of view, and the score remains as it was, 4 points to 3. In the evening echo, Junior B Hurling Championship final. The puck out could come from a busy goalkeeper up there, and that busy goalkeeper is none other than Damon O'Donovan. The sliotar down to the far side of the field towards Alan Tobin. He moves it into the corner over there, and not Alan Tobin but Michael McCarthy moving inside, but it's cut off once again, and good play by Lough Rovers by that midfielder, and 2 midfielders combining right now and giving the ball to wing back Ross O'Donovan. O'Donovan is 45 metres off on the outfield goal. He goes to ground. The referee says he was pushed to ground, so the free will be in, and an opportunity for the corner forward who took that last free to, shall we say, redeem himself a little bit, and Edward O'Byrne comes out from the corner to take this one. The chairman of Lough Rovers is John Punch, the secretary is John Hinchin, and the treasurer is a well-known painter in the city area, Brendan Megan. He watched this free to be taken by the aforementioned Edward O'Byrne. The corner forward pointed a free earlier on, 4 points to 3 in this particular match. There are a few switches, but they've been now organised, and this free is coming in. Is it going to go the same as the last one? I wonder. It is, and there were 2 opportunities, Kieran, that you would be hoping from a coach's point of view that probably at least one of them should have gone over the bar. Yeah, and I think the Lough Rovers management would be disappointed with those 2 frees wide, because the first one was more difficult, but the last one he should have put over. He would have been very, very impressed with the performance of the half-back line in particular. Ross O'Donovan is having a stormer for them, and so is Liam O'Donovan and Robert Fuller, and Adrian Murray has been the other players doing very well for Lough Rovers in the middle field. What a massive strike inside out by wing forward, wing back Shane O'Driscoll, but it's equally perfected coming out from Donald Hurricane. Some absolutely such lengthy pucks in this particular match. Certainly some of them a good bit longer than the under-21 hurling match that maybe we saw today. Here, some lovely striking, free-flowing hurling in the County Junior B Hurling Championship. A free to Lough Rovers to be taken there by their 29-year-old Offaly captain, as he takes this right in the middle of the path. The last free he took was a 65. It dropped a little short. He'll be hoping maybe for a little more distance on this occasion. 4 points to 3. His side of trailing. It's up in the air, a bit like an iron. It's going to drop down very, very close, and the full forward has it, and he absolutely rockets into the back of the net. The goal that Kieran O'Driscoll said he would get has finally arrived from full forward. Kieran O'Donovan getting that one in. Dooley's free was in. It was the right type of a free for a man with a great fist and a great hand. He caught it, he put it over the bar. It's 4 points to Lough Rovers, but more significantly from West Cork, it's 1 goal and 3, and Dooley has it again in the centre of the forward position. He's been well bottled up over there, and the sliotar taken away on that occasion, and we watch and see what's going to come from it. Mark Murphy, the midfielder for Lough Rovers, very close to the sideline over there. It goes out over the line, and play will resume with a line ball to Lough Rovers to be taken by wing forward Ross O'Donovan. I'll be talking, Kieran, but the goal was made, if you like, for a man with a long paw. The free, I should say, was made for a man who had a very, very good hand. It's been good all night. A great finish. Yeah, and Paddy, he has been threatening that since the start of the game, and he's one of those players, you know, that he has his eye for goal, and it's great to have a player like that in any team, no matter what sport, football, any game you're playing. If you have a fellow with an eye for a goal, his goals that win games, and he's done that. Paddy, and I was wondering, you know all the connections. Is he any relation to the famous Joe and John Dooley from Offaly, I wonder? Today he doesn't exactly make it very public if he is, but we'll check on that one for you, Kieran. Such things that bother a man on a winter's night. Here down the sliotar is back to Dooley once again, and Dooley strikes it superbly. Well, if he isn't, he should be, because it's in and it's over the bar. And what a strike by Dooley. His 4th point of the night. And the Arfield supporters with their Formula 1 flags. They've got a couple of Formula 1 drivers out there as well. It's 1-4 to 4 points here as we come to the, we check this watch, 26 minutes gone in this particular match. And what a strike by Dooley. An absolutely fabulous score. St. James is in the ascendancy right now as they win possession over there. McCarthy, we need for them. Can it be kept in play? The answer, my friends, is an affirmative yes. And we watch and see, but over there are Lough Rovers defending their lines under a bit of pressure right now, coming up to the half-time whistle as they try and get the sliotar out, but there's one back again by Darfield, and they go on the move. And what a drive inside by Michael McCarthy. Michael McCarthy laying it outside, and another shot coming in. This time he got a touch out for the 65, so an opportunity for Dooley maybe to do what he did with the free the last time. That was a little bit longer out, and then the Lough Rovers man over there, he's throwing off the thermal underwear and about to get down to action, I would imagine, for the remainder of this particular match. The scoreboard is 1-4 to 4 points. The 65 will be coming from Dooley, the centre-half forward and team captain, and one of their most famous marksmen. As we wait and see what's going to be met for it, he indicates, he puts the hand in the air, whether that's well, the first thing he's done anyway, is only going to be 64 metres, and this guy is a commissioning engineer. As we wait and see where it's going to happen, and the sliotar about to be put on his hurley and driven inside. Whether it goes up in the air like the 9-iron, or there's no 9-iron in this, and it's just out for a wide ball. The other people involved, we'll check in a minute with the particular club in Arfield. They're Life President is Sonny Nine, the Vice President Michael Collins, John O'Donovan and Liam White, and certainly in a club in that area. I presume that the Michael Collins is not the guy who played a bit of hurling with them before the club was formed. Here now in the Cork City soccer player tearing down the middle, giving it inside to a corner wing forward, and the wing forward tries to get to in Andrew Keegan. Keegan gives it inside and an opportunity here, and oh, what a block down. There was bravery written all over that, but the sliotar is won back by the men from the Cork City, and the Cork City men drive it inside, but it's won and superbly cleared out of his line by Finbar McCauley. As we get it out, the sliotar over to the far side of the field. I'll be giving you offers as patrons in a little bit later on of both clubs. Here though we're going to watch the hurling for the moment, and it's Lough Rovers who have it, and their brilliant wing back Ross O'Donovan give it inside, 3 or 4 rising for it. The sliotar is cleared out only temporarily, one back again, and got out a little bit, out as far as the half forward line. Down on top it goes Pat Murphy, and certainly he goes down on top. The sliotar doesn't go anywhere. Peter Downey from Inniscarra goes in to check on the well-being of all concerned, and it looks like a situation where a referee would give a clash ball. He's having a chat with a couple of guys, and I would imagine that's what's going to happen after all of this. 29 splendid first half minutes gone here in the County Junior B Hurling Championship final. The scoreboard reads 1-4 to St James's from Rathbarry Artfield area of West Cork. It's 4 points to Lough Rovers from Cork City, and after that throw in, the referee decided there was going to be a free in, and there's a change in free taker. The free taker has been temporarily removed of his duties, and it has been handed over to Jonathan O'Byrne. So one O'Byrne taking over from the other, and we wait and see. Well, I think this fellow will get the sack at half time as well, because that dropped a little bit too short, I would suggest. It's in around the danger area, and out comes the centre half back. The centre half back, that is Paul O'Sullivan from the St James's, gives it out the far side of the field, where it's won by Michael McCarthy. McCarthy playing it up along the line, but gone back there to clear his lines is Liam O'Donovan. His O'Donovan, who had an absolutely powerful start to this game, went out for it for a little bit, maybe coming back into it now. Sliotar out over the line on the new stand side of the field here in Porky Ring. 1-4 to 4 points in favour of the men from the western end of the country. Right now though, as we come to the half-time break, the referee checking his watch. We'll wait and see, is there any news from a photo official as to how much injury time, and I'm told that there are 2 minutes. If I had my eyes open I probably would have seen it, but we wait, and very little with the line ball to be taken up there from the kind of between the corner back and the right half back position. Given out, one back by the man wearing number 15, and that's driven aside by Lough Rovers in towards the danger area. And St James will be hoping not to give away a score before half time, but not if they have defenders like Shane O'Driscoll. And O'Driscoll goes across into the corner, and does he come out with it? He does, and he gets it out a little bit, but not far enough, and it goes out, and we have another line ball. And a vital stage before the half-time break, and before the half-time break we can tell you right now that there's a line ball going to accrue to Lough Rovers. Whether they try and go for a point, or whether they try and knock it across the goal area, and maybe something would happen that would bring parity to the game, or to break it a 2-point match. At the moment it's 1-4 to 4 points as we come to the end of the first half here of a most enjoyable game of hurling. The line ball to be taken by Rory O'Connor, who got a great point from play midway through the first half, and Rory O'Connor about to take this one. We'll tell you what way it is going to go. It's taken a little bit short, and is it still being held in play over there, and Lough Rovers put it there robbed, and the ball is cleared out by St James, and they go soaring down the field, and the referee still continuing on to play the 2 minutes of injury time. We're almost into the final part of that. And Lough Rovers have it. I thought they may have got a free on that occasion, but their corner forward has it now, Edward O'Byrne, who's come out the field. And is there another line ball? There is. We've quite a few of them in the latter stage of the first half here. The referee Peter Downey heading over there. I think he's seen enough right now of line balls. He's decided to call a halt. 1-4 to 4 points to St James's. People will be pleased enough, because they've come from a situation where they were behind early on.
Yeah, they were behind, but I'll tell you, Paddy, they are the better side. But you have to credit Lough Rovers for their spirit. They have a great half-back line. Aidan Murray's playing well for Lough Rovers in the middle of the field, and that's what's keeping in that plus the actual spirit of the team. They missed three scoreable frees, which would have put them level at half-time. But for me, St James's are a much better balanced side. They have much more hurling, and they have a real danger man in Kieran O'Donovan, and Damien Dooley is having a stormer for them in midfield. They'll be a small bit worried that they're the only two forwards that have scored for them.
So at half-time here in the Evening Echo Junior B Hurling Championship Final, it's St James's from the parishes of Artfield and Rathbarry. 1 goal and 4 points. Lough Rovers from Cork City, 4 points. For the moment, back to the studio, Rory. club, Damien Dooley, that he is related to the Wheelahans from County Offaly. I'm not too sure about all of this, but that he's not related to the famous Dooley family. I'd imagine that on occasions he probably was, depending on where the occasion or where the situation arose. As we watch now the referee about to get the commencement of this particular game underway, the County Under-16 Football Championship. Well done to the Newcestown footballers. They're beating Carricktool on a scoreline of 3-6 to 2-4. And I'm sure there will be major celebrations by that particular team later on this evening. But a good result by those particular talented bunch of players. We'll also have a score coming in from the West Cork one. That is in the minor, or the under-20 minor C football championship final. Replay has eventually been played and won on a scoreline by Barryroe, 3-5 to Ballinascarthy 1-9, which means the Barryroe probably in line for a double as they play Clyne in the county hurling final. We're not too sure when that match is going to be played. The game has started off here. The scoreboard is 1-4 to 4 points. The referee has awarded a free into Artfield, and the aforementioned Dooley has gone across to take this one. And his father, who won major championship medals up in the Offaly area, is his boyhood hero as he gets ready to strike this free. He's already hit 4 of them over the bar. 12 county championship medals he just won in Offaly, if you don't mind. Here though, as his son endeavours to win a county junior B championship medal with his newly adopted club, and over the bar it goes. A mighty strike from a talented hurler. The team captain from St. James's extends their lead to 4 points. It's 1-5 to 4. The puck out to be coming from Don Rice to Culbara, driving it just beyond the 65-metre line. A hand goes up, and this time it's won back by Artfield in the person of Kevin O'Brien. And this guy, as well as being a student at CIT, he's also an unemployed actor, having played a lead role in most people's eyes in the film The Wind That Shakes the Barley. And I would imagine that Barley would be a prominent crop down around this particular area if they were to win this match here though. It's that centre half back that is Liam O'Donovan, the centre half back from Lough Rovers. A lovely strike off his weaker side, but the goalkeeper inside, Damien O'Donovan, will come. The 20-year-old will lash it out the field over there, out to the far side, and an opportunity, but it's won back by Lough Rovers by their cornerback Damien Murphy. Murphy coming inside, and Murphy then striking it in towards the full forward line. Can they get a score? They probably could do it, 1 or 2 of them now. After half time, as they trailed, they started brightly in this game, maybe ran out a little bit of steam, but I'm sure there's going to be a rematch. I met a lady at half time who has strong connections with Lough Rovers, and she wanted to correct one of the mistakes I made. There was plenty. That Tony O'Donoghue is indeed very, very proud of his tradition with Lough Rovers, and indeed launched their club history and was part of that history himself. So apologies to all concerned if we offered offence. Here though, driving inside now, it's Ian Evans, the 17-year-old leaving cert student. The puck is a little bit non-directional, and it goes out for a wide ball, and the puck out is already on its way as Lough Rovers try to come back into this game. With a little bit of a nudge from behind, the referee concurs, and the free will be from there behind the Lough Rovers' own 65 as they bid to steal their way back into this game. Certainly the decisive goal coming from Kieran O'Donovan, and absolute pile driver, one inside from a long free in from Dooley. Here though, Lough Rovers have a free, and their ace man Liam O'Donovan, who was a very good underage hurler with Common Boronefa, getting ready to strike this one just behind his own 65-metre line. It's in the air and it's going to drop a little bit short. Whether that's a good or a bad thing we'll tell you in a minute, as Lough Rovers try to get the sliotar inside, and coming across to win it is their full forward and selector, and that's Jonathan Bunn, and Bunn drives it across with an opportunity with what whipping inside in the danger area. Man goes to ground, but he wasn't assisted. The referee is watching it develop, and the sliotar is going to, it came out a little bit of water, strike. I want to pull on the ground and over the bar. A very good score from corner forward Rory O'Connor, his second point in the match. The sliotar broke from the melee. He just whipped in it first time over the bar. A lovely ground stroke, just a goal between them once again. 1-5 to 5 points, Kieran O'Driscoll.
Yeah, and there's plenty of fire on this Lough Rovers side. You know, they're not going to stand in ceremony when the ball comes in along the square. By God, these fellas aren't afraid to pull. And I think the one worry that you would have from Marfield is their 2 midfielders are playing great for them. They're centre forward and full forward, but none of the other forwards have scored. And for them, you know, for Artfield, I'd say to continue the domination that they had at the end of the first half, these wing forwards and corner forwards will have to come into the game. Centre back again is starting off Liam O'Donovan like he did in the first half, being very, very influential for Lough Rovers.
Yes, and we've got a free to Lough Rovers. They're coming more into the game. They trail by a goal at the moment on a scoreline of 1-5 to 5 points. 4 to 5 minutes gone in the second half here, and they have a free right in the middle of the park, 4 metres in for the sideline. O'Donovan, their centre half back and start player, strikes it in, and is it good enough to go over? It comes off the timber inside, off the bar, but it just gone out for the referee giving a free out, I think. But it was such a strike, and well, from Lough Rovers' point of view, would have really lifted them had that one gone over. The puck out will be coming from the goalkeeper that is between inside. He comes out to the 20-metre line, and that's none other than Diarmuid O'Donovan, the 20-year-old, as he gets ready to let this one off up towards the danger area, starting the game or restarting the game with a free just out behind the 20-metre line. Puck out to this on the free out to the side of the field. Hand went up with the ball breaking to a man on the ground. We wait to see, can we see? Oh, what a beautiful catch by Kevin O'Brien, the actor, unemployed, they tell me, and he gets it inside, but the sliotar is taken away from him by the soccer player from Cork City, number 9, Aidan Murray, and Murray then hand passing off outside to the wing back who should have come out on the cornerback, Damien Murphy, and Murphy does come out, but the sliotar is blocked down very close to the sideline over there, and the 3 or 4 players in around it. Hurley's in, whipping from a high end, whipping from low, and the referee decides that one of the whips was outside the confines of the law, and he will give a free end to Artfield. The free out into St. James, I should say. The free on the 65-metre line, and Dooley gone across to take this one. Sam Maguire, by the way, the man whom the cup is called after, attended school in Artfield for a while, and Paddy Meegan, who was the first commentator and famous writer, also came from the Artfield area, and they tell me he was the first commentator on 2RN radio. I wondered if he was alive today and listened to this rubbish, what he would make of it all. As the puck, the free is coming in from Dooley. It's dropping, and so just outside the post, and up for a wide ball. A wide's a little, they're with 6 in the first half, 2 in the second half, so they've got 8 wides, and the 3 wides to Lough Rovers all coming in the first half. And this free, the ball being won here now, carried forward by Edward O'Byrne. Edward O'Byrne on the 45-metre line. He decides to loft it in. It's very close to the in-line. Can he kept in play? It is kept in play. And a strike coming in. A man has been laid low inside, and that's the cornerback, Sean McCarthy. The 25-year-old fitter has been grounded. I'm sure there'll be some piece of paperwork when this particular work is all over. St. James is on their way to this particular final. It was played in West Cork on a round-robin basis. They beat St. Donny's 2-11 to 1-9. Then they came up against Gabriel Rangers. The scoreline was 2-13 to 6 points in St. James's favour. They met St. Mary's next, and they beat them 1-12 to 2-7. The only team that beat them were Kilbree 2-3 to 1-8. And in the Southwest final, they met Kilbree again, beat them on a scoreline of 3-7 to 14 points. A very good Kilbree side, it must be said. Then out in the county championship, they met Crosshaven, where they had a good win, 2-12 to 1-5. In the semi-final, they met a club from down in East Cork, 115 to 9 points. St. Eata's were put on the sword on that occasion, so a number of huge scores. And we wait and see. Lough Rovers part of the final. They defeated Shandon Rovers 3-13 to 3-10 in the city final. Bellanure it was 2-6 to 1-7, and in the county semi-final last week is Cunningham 3-9 to 1-7. And we noticed there's a sub coming on here. Paul Doolan has come on for Andrew Keegan. So Paul Doolan, the number 20 for Lough Rovers, has made an entrance into this particular match. The match coming into the 10th minute of the second half. The 9th minute of the second half, and the scoreboard says it's 1-5 to 5 points. The sliotar over there as Lough Rovers try to get back into it. Their centre half forward, Pat Murphy, laying it outside, and a good play by him, and he lets it off, and the sliotar is going to be dropping, but it's well controlled in there by the left cornerback, Seamus McCarthy, and McCarthy delivers out the field, but there's a bit of interception gone, and Lough Rovers man collects it, but is unable to drive it inside a little bit further. A little bit of a stalemate in the play right now, but the sliotar has been driven up the field by St. James's as they try and search a further score, but what good defending back there by Liam O'Donovan, and O'Donovan gets back, whips the ball out very close to the sideline over there. It's still kept in play by Lough Rovers as they have it as far as their midfielder, driven on a little bit further, but St. James's half-back line will come out. That half-back line that has been impervious all night has won possession time and time again. This is another occasion, and the ball comes into the hands of Kevin O'Brien, and O'Brien, a lovely move, and he takes a return pass, then falls to the ground to Ginaflick. The sliotar comes up and pull inside a danger, and there's an opportunity, and there's a whipping out of the back of the net, rattles. and what a strike and what a goal. Wasn't that? We check and see the identity of the man that got it, and it is corner forward. Ian Evans, the 17-year-old leaving St. Jude at Clonakilty Community College, knocking that one into the back of the net. I wonder, is it done and dusted? 2-9 to 9 points, but there'll be certainly no 5 to 5 points, I should say. And I would imagine, though, on a night like tonight, there'll be no premature evacuations or anything like that, as St. James's are going to fight to the bitter end, and so will Lough Rovers. The Slither is back by Lough Rovers right now. They could do with a score. I wonder, can they get one? They have the Slither in the right area, and the tackling, though, is ferocious and fierce from the men of Lough. St. James's dropping into the hands of the goalkeeper, comes out, and good play inside by a very talented goalkeeper, and David O'Donovan. He gives it out to the far side of the field over there. We need over for them is their wing forward, and the wing forward is the singer, the graphic designer, songwriter, all of everything else. And if St. James were to win this one, his biggest singing contract of all time would come in shortly after the game. He's on a big contract to perform a song of his own making. If St. James's go on and win this particular title, I'm sure Lough Rovers are really impressed. They've got a free on their own half-back line to be taken by Liam O'Donovan. As he gets ready, Lough Rovers, by the way, who have won as titles maybe a little bit further back than St. James's. St. James's winning Southwest Junior B football championships in 29-46. Then in brackets, I see here, where they won a championship in 1948, it was disputed. If anybody could let us know what that dispute was about. They won again in 1981. They won a major county championship in minor C hurling, and that was probably Father Murphy's greatest delight before he passed on to the great heaven, the great hurling field in the sky, to see a team that he started winning a county hurling championship in a club that was probably a little bit known better for football. In 2002 they won the under-21 B hurling championship in West Cork, but this is their year, and certainly it will rank in their memories for quite a while, not just break and play.
Yes, and that heat body to your own club in Shannon, he did some work down through the years. Like he lived for hurling, and that enthusiasm he had for the game, you know, wherever he went to, he just imparted it to the people. And I remember when he came over there to Artfield first, you know, the grass was long, and I think the first chat he had was with the groundskeeper in Artfield, and got him to cut the grass to make sure that they could play hurling as well as football, and these are the fruits of his effort.
Just the Slither is driven inside, an opportunity here for Lough Rovers. They need a couple of scores, and they're trailed by 5 to 5 points. A chop has been spotted by the referee, so there will be a free in to Lough Rovers and an opportunity. What do they do on an occasion like this? At an under-21 match today, when the side were down 3 points, and the Valley Rovers man taking the free decided to go for a goal. Thankfully for him, it went off, and then he was a hero. Had he missed, well, you know what would be said. Here, though, an opportunity for Lough Rovers. What does the man take it? Do I wonder? It looks like that he's going to try and belt it, but he belts it over the bar, and that's Edward O'Byrne getting his second pointed free of the night to make it a 5-point match. And Ciaran, that score so badly wanting.
It is, and what I suppose the game really needs another score, a point or two for Lough Rovers, or maybe a goal for them, because I think the dominance that Artfield had, you know, at some patches in the game, if they get another score or two, I think they could run out easy winners. But I'll tell you have to admire the spirit of this Lough Rovers side. I've been saying it since the start of the game. The better hurling side have been, by a long odds to me, have been Artfield. But the whole spirit and the determination, especially their half-back line and the Adrian Murray midfield for Lough Rovers, have been a joy to watch.
It's a free, though, to the men from St. James, an opportunity for them, and it's their race free taker. He's taking a yard behind the line that marks the middle of the park. It would be massive if it was to get over the bar, but we'll wait and see. And then one of the Lough Rovers decides to make a timely little run to put him off a little bit. We'll wait and see. Doesn't put him off. It's in the air. It certainly has distance, and it's just dropping a little bit short. And the goalkeeper had to come and take that one, and he is fouled, and the free will be out. An opportunity to say send best wishes to Damien Dooley's father-in-law, who's in the CUH at the moment, and whether he's listening or not, Damien, we are to that particular gentleman, we send your best wishes. Your son-in-law is doing you proud tonight, and all of that particular family. And also, it's the first time that anybody in Knock has admitted to listening to us on radio, but up there's a guy called Kieran Welton. He's on the 55th decade of the Rosary, but he's listening on the net to this particular match as we watch here. Lough Rovers, they could do with a couple of the Rosaries right now, but the man who came on is going to solo run for them, but the sliotar is cut off, and St. James has lived to fight another day and drive the sliotar long. It will drop 30 metres out from the goal. The full forward is out once again. This time he lets it run inside, and hopefully then another player will pick it up. The other player is on his way towards picking it up. He won't pick it up now. He's to pick himself up first because he's gone to ground as the Lough Rovers man is bowled over there, and the referee awards a free out to Lough Rovers for their efforts there in that particular one. The St. James's Club was formed in 1892 it was formed, and Lough Rovers formed in 1928, so we're talking about a lot of history surely in all of these clubs combined. Here though, the sliotar's up the field, a defence that is so strong and so powerful. There's going to be a man of the match in this particular one. The judges are in conclave and they have a number of contenders to contest with, but that will be a little later on before that's announced. And of course that competition so proudly sponsored by the Evening Echo. Here the sliotar very close to the sideline, and there's a pull on it, but the pull misses, and the line ball will be to St. James's as they get ready to launch another attack. We'll wait and see who's going to be called across the take it. One man calling on the other, and I think there's a decision now being made that a man has been appointed to take this line ball. Whether he wants to take it or not, I'm not saying for one moment that he didn't want it. He strikes on the side towards Dooley. Oh, lovely skill by him. And then lovely skill. He was thinking about playing it on a little bit, but we wait and see a man on the ground, and a little bit of a back kick there coming in, something you'd get from a dodgy horse maybe, but the referee didn't spot it. It was only a slight little kick, something that would start the war between Switzerland and Turkey. And here now it's 2-5 to a 5 point as the sliotar is won back by Lough Rovers right now. Can they get further scores? Can they get any? As the sliotar now is into the hands of Mike McCarthy. Michael McCarthy is grounded there, but not before he got the sliotar away. Right, little bit of a melee after developing here, and well, we'll see. Crowds rise, not to any great act. 2 men down already, and well, a man coming in from the sideline, he gets pushed off, and certainly the larger attendants here are all standing in unison, probably hoping that there'll be a couple of belts drawn, but unfortunately for them, peace has been restored rather earlier than usual, and the referee is calling over 1 or 2 players. The linesmen up there right in the thick of the action and keeping control, so no major hassle there. People have to sit down again and hope that maybe a little later on that something else may happen to entertain them. It's 2-5 to 5 points in favour of the St. James's Club from the Artfield Rathbarry area. They wear the green and gold jerseys, and of course that gives us an opportunity to maybe go through 1 or 2 of their officers, their patronage father, and we wait and see what's going to happen here, because the referee is calling over. There are 2 Lough Rovers players at the moment having a word with him, and we'll wait, and is it Adrian Murray is one of them, and the full back is another. So the paperwork has come in, so I was going to start giving you a history lesson and geography lesson about the Rathbarry area, but I postponed that for a moment because the peace talks might be as cordial as I thought they might be. There's the referee, by the way, the Lough Rovers men, they wear a red jersey, and right now there's 2 of them issuing their yellow cards has been given to the full-back and the midfielder. You'll tolerate yellow any day of the week when there's a red option. The patron is Father Pat McCarthy, he's the PP out there. The chairman is Pat Hayes, the vice chairman is Dan Tobin. Liam Evans from Listowel is the secretary out there. The West Kerry man in charge of secretarial affairs in that particular club. Treasurer is Faulkner O'Callaghan, PRO is Kate O'Brien, the registrar is Kevin O'Brien, and the development officer is a guy called Jimmy Butler. The play, by the way, you missed nothing during that particular long gospel because the writing was to be done, and then the game will resume with a free here from Liam O'Donovan. O'Donovan strikes, and the centre back from Lough Rovers will drop 30 metres off on goal. Well, there's an overhead pull on it. The man went down. The sliotar didn't get connected, but the Lough Rovers men have it now, and one of their subs, a lovely ball across, but it's cut out. And there's superb defending down there by the full back line. That is St. James, and as they get the sliotar out once again, lovely defending. Right up if that is Dooley. It comes. What's Dooley going to do with it? He's an opportunity of playing it long or playing it short. He takes the latter, and the sliotar has gone back there, and going back to defend it is Ross O'Donovan, the wing back from Lough Rovers, heading up the field, soling down the sideline. Man alongside him, tell him to drive on while he takes a bit of a break himself. Then he catches. He might play it back to the man who's encouraging him. He decides to play it towards the 20-metre line. and that's where the problem begins for Lough Rovers, because there's such great defending in there. And out comes the men from St. James's. Shane O'Driscoll driving it up the field, and good play by him. It goes all the way as far as the full forward, who's out 50 yards from goal, and he tries to flick it onto a man running inside him, but there was no flicking on there because the centre half back from Lough Rovers came out there and got it down. Goal man, a pull went in there, and I would imagine that all hell will break loose. Well, no, peace has been restored once again. There was a rather wild pull, and whether there was flesh at the end of it or not, I'm not too sure, but a man went down there injured after that particular chamozzle, and there was a couple of loose pulls in it, but one of them in particular, and we'll check and see that everything is okay. Ciarán O'Driscoll.
Yeah, Paddy, there was a hard pull, but it wasn't a malicious one, and I think he made contact with the ball, and I think it was a ball that made contact with the Artfield player, and it wasn't a hurling, and I don't think the referee is going to do anything about this. It has been played with that brief chamozzle a few minutes ago, and the couple of yellow cards. Outside that, the game has been very, very clean. I could see kind of we'll say, but I would have to say the player, another famous player that's come on, Paul Doolan. He's related to the famous Peter Doolan that played with the Bars.
That's the connections are sorted out there, and certainly it must be fairly hard slitter if that's what hit the man over in the ground, because he's still down there. And the referee is in. Whether there'll be a little bit of paperwork or not, we'll wait and see. The medical staff are coming in to treat the player in question. We're going to tell you how much time it is. There's 20 minutes gone. A scoreboard that says 2-5 to 5 points in favour of St. James's from West Cork against Lough Rovers in the Junior B Hurling Championship final. And of course, after this game, we'll be bringing you live coverage of the Junior A Hurling final between Kilworth and Father O'Neill's, and certainly that will be a game really looking forward to by all, and a big crowd coming in here right now around the ground. There was a big crowd earlier on, of course, as well, and both sets of supporters turning out to support their side, but a big crowd coming in for the Junior A Hurling Championship final. I noticed that there's another change in the Lough Rovers side, and this time they are bringing on Denny O'Callaghan, coming on for Robert Fuller. Denny O'Callaghan, not the Ballinhassig version. He'll be in action tomorrow in the Intermediate Hurling Munster Championship with Ballinhassig when they take on a team from County Clare. And a team from Cork that went up to Clare today, that was Ross Carberry. They had a good win in that particular match in the quarter-final of the Munster Intermediate Championship. So all good news down there, and they're winning on a scoreline of 2-10 to 1-7. A free to be taken by Dooley. He's dropping it about 13 metres off from goal, and there's good defending in there as the sliotar comes out and out to the far side over there. We'll wait and see who's going to collect this one. Artfield seem to be getting onto it once again, but Lough Rovers have come in, taken the sliotar out, but unfortunately for them it's gone out over the line, and a line ball to the men of St. James's, and right now they're looking good for their first major adult title, and they're coming in Junior A Hurling. And remember, then Junior B Hurling, I should say, and in Junior B football semi-final, they were, in their own words, a little bit unlucky to be defeated by the champions of last Sunday, Tripsy. And what a week they have had up on that particular neck of the woods. We watched this one going out for a wide ball, and you get the impression that this game is grinding maybe to a little bit of a conclusion. We wait and see. Puck out to the far side of the field. Who's going to catch it over there, I wonder? Running onto it, and the Artfield man coming out, driving it forward, and a lovely shot. Swinging the Hurley, he decided to shot it and get it inside toward the danger area. A lovely strike from their centre half back, Paul O'Sullivan. Hutt is moved up the field further, and running onto it is Tobin. I think it is not Alan Tobin, my apologies to you. It's Ian Evans, the man who got that second goal. And we check and see. The best of luck to St. James's from Sheila Hainicorn. We were never good at that. Well, certainly I'm not the other one, I think, whoever Sheila is with. And we're told that it's Brad Stone. We checked down a little bit further, and they're listening online in Boston. And a happy birthday to Pat Griffin from St. James. There ain't else we want to call out from the Nevus Market, Sean. We'll have death notices a little bit later on as the birthday party is over. Can the party begin for St. James? It's a lovely strike, and the Hurley's at low onside toward the goalkeeper, and this goalkeeper is a really talented man. A great eye from the sliotar, gathers that one and clears it down the field. I refer to none other than Don Rice. The ball is in the middle of the field, a little stalemate situation over there, but it's won by Artfield's Kevin O'Brien, the actor, as he lets it up the field, but won back again by a wing back who's had a great game. The O'Donovan brothers have been really inspiration, and they combined there once again. Liam O'Donovan, and no doubt could play the game at a higher level, and here the pull coming in, but Arfield are back there defending in numbers, and they need to get it out quickly, and out they've got it. The person then falls back, the truck driver of 24 years of age, getting out the field, and it's one back by Ian Murray, and Murray striking inside. Here to the shot coming in. The goalkeeper is equal to it, and the goalkeeper is none other than David O'Donovan from St. James as he gets the sliotar out the field. O'Donovan gets it back again, and certainly if Liam O'Donovan was playing for St. James's, he'd be a strong contender for man of the match. The ball is driven inside. Is there a goal on here, I wonder? The whip and the ball has got out by St. James, and great defending, as if their lives depended on it. And of course, when you're playing in your first major county final, what else matters more, I wonder? The sliotar very close to the line, and it's going to be a line ball out there. I'm told to say hello to Ann and Ger. They're listening in New York. There seems to be a huge following for St. James's beyond the Atlantic Ocean. The referee here is getting instruction from an umpire telling him, or a linesman maybe, that there's a sub coming on for Arfield. We'll check and see who's going to, for St. James's. We'll check and see who's going to be brought on for the remainder of this particular match. And the player that's going off is the goal scorer Ian Evans. He has done his little bit, and more than his little bit, let me tell you. And we check in a minute as to see who replaces him for the remainder of this particular match. They have got plenty players to bring in. There are 33, would you believe it, on their panel. What a proud day for them, and a proud day for all associated with people in that particular club, and the man that has it now running through, and he carries it. That's Donald Sheehan, the man who came on as a sub a couple of minutes ago. Good play by Donald, but equally talented play by Paul Doolan, the man wearing 24, Lough Rovers. He gets the ball down the field, but the sliotar carried a little bit too far, and is whipped back up by Shane O'Driscoll. Good play by O'Driscoll. One back by Lough Rovers. They have an opportunity here, and a whipping over the bar from corner forward. Edward O'Bunn getting that one over, and just keeping this tie alive for a little bit further. It's now 2-5 to 7 points, and I'm told that there are something like 5 minutes remaining in this game, Kieran.
Yes, and that was a good opportunity, and the substitute Danny O'Callaghan, previous to that, since he came on, he has had 3 opportunities for goal. So like in a way, St. James's, you know, they thought that they were going to go run out easy winners, but it's far from over in the game of hurling. You know, in the twinkling of an eye, a goal and everything changes.
We wait to see. The puck is there, and Lough Rovers have it again as they have it inside. Can it be kept in play? And unfortunately for them on this occasion, they went out for a wide ball. So we're watching a 5-point game here, and as I said, Donald Sheehan, the 21-year-old medical student from UCC, introduced into the attack. 2-5 to 7 points in favour of St. James in the County Junior B Hurling Championship final. Winner takes all. Man of the match, we'll have that a little bit later on. Sliotar is out the field. Who's going to win it? And running onto it is Michael McCarthy, the British McCarthy. He gives a lovely ball up the field, toss full forward, and then he breaks as far as Dooley. Dooley trying to carry it inside, and then he strikes, and a lovely strike by Dooley. And I would signal now that the man of the match and the team captain could be all in the one person. 2 persons in the one God, as the puck out is on its way. I wonder, is there 3? As the sliotar is won back by Lough Rovers. They're going to fight to the very death, but the talented full back inside there, Finbar McCarthy, and the truck driver gets it out the field. A long sliotar up there. Is it gone out over the line? The singer and songwriter and graphic designer can't keep it in play, and the sliotar came in, and what a brilliant drive inside by Mark Murphy, and Mark Murphy's shot just comes off the timber, walking out for a wide ball from Lough Rovers. The score remains as it was, 2-6 to 7 points in the County Junior B Hurling Championship final. The linesman is in again, telling him that there's another body about to be warmed up, as St. James's backroom staff of Sean McCarthy, John R. O'Donovan and Michael Cairns decide to give somebody else a run for the remainder of this, and certainly no, Kieran, they look to be in the driving seat, but they ain't over yet.
They do, and Damien Dooley, you know, has had a great game right throughout the game, since the very first whistle. He's there, he's from general play, he's bringing other players into it. Very good free taker, can take his scores from left and right, and he, you know, I'm not just saying it, I don't know whether he's related to the Whelans or the Dooleys, but he has that swing of a hurley that both of them would be proud of.
There's one back here and very close to the sideline. Oh, there's a whip there. There was no sliotar at the end of it. The referee adjudged that is going to be a free into Lough Rovers. Can they muster up a situation where they could rise to another score? And the scoreboard in our far right says 6 to 7 points right now, and things looking right good for them in from St. James's as they bid to win their first county championship at adult level. Remember, they did win the 2001 Minor C Hurling Championship, a lovely strike inside, but just tails at the very end, and a lovely sideline cut or a lovely free, all from 45 metres, 2 metres in from the sideline, and it just tailed out. They could have done it, that one, as we check the watch to tell you that there are 28 minutes gone. And in this particular match we may have to postpone, or not postpone, but we may be a little late for that appointment that we were meant to have a little later on. And we can tell you that Patrick Griffin is now on instead of Mark O'Brien. So Patrick Griffin coming in for the remainder of this match. The 36-year-old Ferramore down there, and Ferramore, who are having a tough time lately in terms of not having enough work to do. They decide that this 36-year-old has been introduced to the fray for the remainder of this match. What a lovely run inside, carried forward by Seamus McCarthy. McCarthy letting it off, but it's a good interception as Lough Rovers, no giving up. It's not in their spirit, never was and never will be, and they slither away down the field from the longest puck of the night. Oh, what a lovely catch inside, and driving out of the front zone. No more driving, because the man has been levelled in such a ceremonial fashion and gone back to pick him up. The man was laid out there. The Patrick Griffin was not the person, but the man that was whipped out. We've got 3 minutes of injury time here, but Finbar McCarthy came out and he was laid with a belt, and down he went. He's got up, so 3 minutes of injury time here. Finbar McCarthy is gasping in there at fullback, but that ain't going to put him off in this particular match. It's not all Finbar McCarthy. If he got a bet like that, we'd be calling all sorts of undertakers as we watch this free to be taken. The man way taking is Shane Aldridge's goal as he gives them a slither up the field. Can St. James's finish with a flurry? They are 5 points ahead. They'll be pleased if they're 1 point ahead at the end of this particular match. Lough Rovers come in search of first 100 scores. We wait and see what's going to happen. Ball low on the ground as St. James's win it back again by their team captain, none other than Damien Dooley. Dooley lets it inside in towards the corner, and the ball left on a little bit further, but coming out, and a great delivery down the field from Paul Doolin from Lough Rovers. The long delivery is dropping fair about 10 metres out from the outfield goal, but that's where the problem starts for Lough Rovers, because there's such defending down there, and Paul O'Sullivan, the out student, letting it out over there, finding another player, and is further, well, I was going to say it's going to be whipped on a little bit further, how that player came out of that, and I think that's another than Shane just going a solo run, and he's, well, I thought he was grounded, the referee, I think, playing a little bit of advantage, and it comes now as far as Patrick Griffin. Griffin giving it up the line, moved on a little bit further. 2 players are down right now, and the referee is going to come in and blow it up for the moment. We can tell you that there are 31 minutes gone. There are 2 minutes before this most famous of clubs, the St. James's J Club, are going to be crowned County Junior B Hurling champions from the Artfield Clonakilty area, and they're made up of the parishes known as Artfield and Rathbarry, and today is going to be certainly their big day for them. Prior to that, Rathbarry became famous for winning tidy towns. Tonight, though, they're famous because they're about to win their first ever adult title. What a year it has been for them. The club founded a way back in 1892, and certainly now cometh the hour that an Offaly man will climb up the stand here in Parkerinn, accept the trophy. Whether he's going to accept the man of the match award or not, I'm not too sure. It would appear that certain judges look like that's going to be the situation. We'll keep you posted about that one. And of course, also remember, if you're an Artfield fan, you're going to have this famous songwriter and songster, their wing forward, Alan Tobin. Give you a rendition and an opportunity here for another goal, but a great defending by Lough Rovers as they keep it out. It's not gone fully out yet. We'll tell you what's going to be happening. Ball is on the ground, man on the ground, creeping across the half hour at the 20-metre line, but still a stalemate situation there, very close to the sideline. Can it be kept in play? I think it will be kept in play, and the referee checking, and the linesman flag goes up to indicate maybe that there's going to be a line ball. The sliotar is with the Michael McCarthy bearing across. He's from St. James's Club as he gives it out, and away come Liam O'Donovan, the centre-half back supreme that has been supreme all night for Lough Rovers. He drops a great one down, and can they finish with a flourish? They be Lough Rovers, or will it be? What a man inside at full-back, Finbar McCarthy, lashing it and catching it, belting it down the field. up as far as Jonathan O'Byrne, give it as far as Edward O'Byrne. Brothers combining, and brothers have been robbed as Lough Rovers, or not Lough Rovers, St. James's win possession. The songster Alan Tobin, and Tobin from away out the field. It's not the last, very close to the last strike of the night, and certainly now nothing at all will deprive St. James's of winning their first ever adult title, as they lead in a scoreline of 2-6 to 7 points. And I surely they will never be forgotten by their huge bands of following as they get ready to invade the pitch. Of course, that won't be loud because of the match, I would imagine, that's about to take place afterwards. We check the watch and just tell you around 10 to 8. Well, I think the Junior A Hurling Championship final won't begin at 8 o'clock. Puck out on its way. Who's going to win it, I wonder? And running through at mighty speed are the men from Lough Rovers, and a man being grounded over there. The free will be in. A man has been levelled as the over-exuberant full forward midfielder there. Aidan Murray made a great run down the field. He's a very good hurler. He was fouled in a little bit of frustration, pushed the player off. The free stands, and I would imagine that we'll finish this particular match, because we know after playing 4 minutes of injury time, a scoreboard that reads 2-6 to 7 points. What a proud day for the men from that particular picturesque area. Certainly Tidy Towns will be top of their agenda always, but now they're a force to be reckoned with as they're about to be crowned champions. The strike is coming in, and as the ball is saved on the line, there's a pushover try going to be given, but it's caught by the great Coolball, and the game is over. And St. James's and Dave Seamus, and another Father Seamus, looks down from the heaven to see his great team, the team that he started and been followed on by great hurling people, Crown County Junior B hurling champions. A worthy victory, Kieran O'Driscoll, and even though there were a couple of shaky moments earlier on, you so rightly predicted that they had the finer hurling skills on the night. There was plenty of talented players in evidence, some great hurling, and just checked what's happening down on this side of the field right now, and it's just the Kinworth team after coming out in the field, but certainly great now for St. James's.
Yes, and you have to say from the start of the game, Paddy, they were the better side. But you have to say that the spirit of hurling in the Lough Rover side kept them in the game. I have to credit what's his name, Finbar McCarthy, namesake of our own Finbar here, had a stormer. David O'Donovan, both goalkeepers were exceptionally good. Damien Dooley, Damien Dooley is confirmed there. We've confirmed there that's man of the match. Rightly so too, because he got all 6 points for Artfield. The 2 goals scored by the two in the full forward line, Kieran O'Donovan and Ian Evans. The 2 midfielders, Seamus McCarthy and Kevin O'Brien, played well for Artfield. Middle of the field, Aidan Murray had a stormer, and I have to say Liam O'Donovan and Ross O'Donovan, both of them in the half-back line for Lough Rovers, was superb. But Paddy, the game of hurling, was a winner there tonight. You had a better talented group, but you have to say I credit spirit any day of the week, and the people that are involved in Lough Rovers. Your night didn't come tonight, but it will come back again, because you have great spirit in that side, and I credit Artfield, to see in that part of rural West Cork, out near Clonakilty, to see the brand of hurling that they produced here tonight. Lovely talented hurlers, could hit left and right, and it's going to be a great night for Artfield. And Father Seamus Murphy, you're up there in heaven. I think that you're going to sing with the angels tonight.
Yes, they're the thoughts of Kieran O'Driscoll on this particular night of hurling here in Páirc Ring, as we wait for the start of the next game. Finbar McCarthy of 96 and 103 FM. Certainly Finbar, a deserving victory for St. James's. Lough Rovers gave it their all, no doubt, no wonder about that. But the little bit of finesse and the little bit of style, and certainly some of the hurling at times was, maybe of a higher standard.
Yeah, it was a very enjoyable game, as Kieran said, Paddy. I mean, we're watching hurling all year, and we don't get to see too many Junior B games, and that's just the nature of the business we're in. But I thought that the standard was pretty good here this evening. Obviously, it'd be a bit higher in the next game, but you can't fault either side for us the honest endeavour and the commitment of both. And while the Lough St. James were the better team, they were that bit sharper and that bit quicker, and they were able to score that bit easier. The Lough, as they always done over a long tradition in hurling.
the Hurling trophy to the captain of the St. James team, Damien Dooley.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge honour for me to accept this cup on behalf of every single member of St. James James. And especially on behalf of my best friends, our junior hurling team. The great man, Father Seamus Murphy, was definitely looking down on us tonight, I'd say. With a fine night, a fine pitch, a fine set of supporters. And the cup is coming back to Allen's tonight. As Sean Lough Happy might say, Hartfield a boo, Dave Seamus a boo. First of all, lads, I want to thank the three wise men, Sean McCarthy, his two sidekicks, Michael Collins and John McDonald. Special word also for our physical trainer, Kevin Darby. And also, not forgetting the boys on the football end of things, who are with us every step of the way. Pierce O'Sullivan, Niall O'Sullivan. We won the West Cork football as well this year, lads, don't forget that. And a word also for the lads who were on the football panel who weren't tugged out with us today. The likes of Kenna Cullinan, Jonathan Donovan, Tony Hayes. They've been with us every step of the way, lads, and they're as much a part of this as everyone else. Thanks very much, lads. Our sponsors, Dunmore House Hotel, John Bryan, who sponsors the underage setup, Ellen Manny, who sponsors the set of t-shirts, Scanlon's Bar, Clonakilty, the our kit bags, the three pubs, Tim Donovan in Milltown, Ellen Manny in Arfield, and Dennis Sullivan in Fisher's Cross, who sponsors the jerseys we've got today. Thanks, lads. Finally, lads, our 16th man, the supporters. You've been unreal all year. It just gets better and better, and we'll have a great winter. Thanks very much, lads. Just finally to Lough Rovers, lads. Thanks for a fine, clean sporting game. We got the rub of the green tonight. I wish you the best of luck in your division next year. 3 cheers for Lough Rovers. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
The man of the match was the Central Cruz of the Echo and announced the winner of the man of the match.
The winner of the Echo Man of the Match Award is St. James' captain, Damien Dooley.